Sorry, we're late.
What happened? You walked from the airport or what?
It's perfect timing.
I need you to act like everything is fine.
Is there something in your car?
A lot of species in this area are rare.
What exactly are we saying this is, though?
I think we know exactly what it is.
A horse-like mammalia.
With some sort of protrusion or growth.
It's a fucking unicorn.
I don't think I should be in swim shorts for this moment.
I don't think that we're supposed to have this.
We need to study it.
Whatever it is, it seems to be the cure for cancer.
Cancer? That's the biggest one.
An opportunity for greatness, for immortality. I've never been so alive.
Yeah, the Islandman, your Islandman. Coming to you live once again from beautiful Hawaii here on the island of Oahu, bringing you, yes you, the best movie reviews on the entire island of Oahu. And yes, this is Trinidad the Islandman, your Islandman. And finishing off my movies for this weekend, Monday, the last day of March, the 31st, I went in and I saw the Death of a Unicorn. And, well, remember our rating, shock a thumbs up, it's good to see, I recommend it. Shock a thumbs down, it's junk, I don't recommend it. And for Death of a Unicorn, with an all-star cast, Paul Rudd, Jenna Ortega, Richard E. Grant, just to name a few, it is overall a shock a thumbs down. I don't know what the heck happened to this movie. Obviously, there was a problem with the script and the overall story. For what could have been so good, from the trailers, this looked good. You know, some rich pharmaceutical people discover, a unicorn, end up killing it, harvest its magical properties, blood, the horn, etc. And it turns out to be a phenomenal miracle cure to everything, from acne to cancer. Throw in a couple of comedic beats like with Paul Rudd and Jenna Ortega, but then keep this as a strict horror movie, kind of a slasher kind of thing, as we find out that another unicorn who maybe, from the trailer, the unicorn that, was the mate to the one that got killed for this pharmaceutical cure, or whatever, more of its clan come and brutally start to kill those who had killed this one unicorn for this miracle cure. A straight up horror, non-stop action, blood, gore, you name it, and maybe just a couple of jokes here and there to keep, a little bit of the mood light, and appease Paul Rudd. But what takes place in this movie is garbage. This movie was so boring and dull. Right away, it turns out this unicorn is killed in a car accident, kind of a collision in this forest reserve. Paul Rudd reluctantly tries to hide it, hides it in its car, finds out it's not dead when they reach this pharmaceutical company that Paul Rudd is trying to get a job at this, cabin in the woods, or, this estate, essentially, as he and his daughter, Jenna Ortega, are invited up there. Richard E. Grant discovers the body of this unicorn and, finds out that it's starting to have curative properties of, Paul Rudd's nearsightedness, Jenna Ortega's acne, and Richard E. Grant, dying of cancer, decides to call in his people and right away try to use it to save his life or extend his life as he is dying of cancer. And it seems to cure him of his cancer. So he starts to auction off, the blood and whatever they can get out of this, as they can't replicate it, to, more of his rich buddies. But we never see that as the parents of this unicorn, the other two unicorns, come and begin to dismember everyone, trying to get their son's remains back, essentially. Yeah, so, and the whole tone of this is all wrong. Paul Rudd is joking throughout this. Jenna Ortega discovers that, through looking at some historical tapestries of unicorns and the mythology of unicorns, that, hey, we can't use this. It seems to be a common theme about capturing unicorns and using their powers to promote benefits for humans. However, it always ends badly, she discovers, but she's never able to properly verbalize that as a warning to these rich pharmaceutical company owners, who, okay, fair enough, may not have listened. However, if she had just said, hey, it's going to come and kill you, these other unicorns, to get this one back, you got to give it up. I mean, they were already cured, Richard E. Grant. So there's no reason that, other than more money, which he's already very filthy rich, and he's got a second lease on life, that he should go ahead and risk his new life just to try to get more and more money. Ridiculous plot, as I'm trying to explain, but that's how it kind of meanders through this movie. There's a little bit of a touching scene with Jenna Ortega and Paul Rudd at the end of the movie, but essentially, this is so forgettable. I really wish I hadn't seen it. I actually enjoyed The Woman in the Yard just slightly better, and that was a shock of thumbs down. And this is probably a even worse shock of thumbs down, as again, it could have been so great with such a stellar cast. Yeah, complete misfire for the death of a unicorn. Terrible. Skip it. If you're curious, just stream it at home. Shock a thumbs down all the way for this movie. Don't waste your money at the theater. All right. Mahalo and aloha.